Your author pen name settings page has a number of options for you to go through. In order to get to this page, go to the Settings menu item and choose Pen Name Settings. Let's start with General, and most of these are self-evident, such as your pen name, your email address, your website. But what's a fallback URL? So let's say that you created a link on Reader Links for a blog post that you did 2 years ago. You'd forgotten about the blog post, and so you deleted that link inside of Reader Links. Yet somebody came to that post and clicked it. When they clicked it, it comes to the system, and the system says, I don't see that link. That's because it was deleted. So what should I do, is what the system is asking. And what it does is says, in other words, what's my fallback position? So what it does is it says, well, since I couldn't find a link for this particular author, what I'll do is I will send the reader, or the person who clicked the link, to whatever this URL is here. Now, this can be your home page, or it could be, let's say, your Amazon author page, or whatever you want it to be sent to. But you do need to fill this out so that the system knows what to do in the event that it can't find a link that maybe you have deleted or something. Okay, so the next thing, the Amazon author ASIN, that's basically just so when you create links in the system that go to your author site on Amazon, we know where to send them. Then we have this cute little thing called the Author Helper Suite Scale. All this is, if you hover over this, it's just a fun scale to show how you're doing on your earnings. So it will basically give you different titles and so on based on milestones that you've hit. So you can compete with yourself, things like industrious and dignified and such like that. It's just a fun little chart that helps you kind of compete against yourself every month, for example. Note that it is only shown on a this month, last month, this year, last year basis. It doesn't show it like yesterday or today's data. It only shows on grander scales than that. Moving on, we go to the Facebook Pixel. Now, if you have a Facebook Pixel that you're using, just plug in the value here, and whenever the person clicks on one of your Reader Links links, we will fire off that pixel to let Facebook know that the link has been clicked, and it will collect some data. Default affiliate codes. So these are all of your Amazon affiliate codes. This is the Apple, and this is the Google Play. With Amazon specifically, you can change all of these. So if, change them per link, I should say. So here, if you have it set to default, these are the ones that it will use. And if you change them to none, they will use none. Or if you specify a specific one, they will ignore these and use whichever one you had specified. The default reader team values. Every reader team, you would list out things like, what do the readers get? What do you expect from the reader, and any additional info? As opposed to having to type this stuff all the time, let's just say that you're pretty consistent with what it is that you're saying every single time. You can just come straight into here and fill it out once. Now, you may need to tweak it whenever you set up a reader team because something's a little different, such as the dates or whatever. That's why I put a couple of question marks in here so I can just fill in those values. But it makes it so I don't have to remember every single time I have to type in all this stuff. It does it for me the first time, and I can just tweak as necessary. The WordPress plugin, if you are using the WordPress plugin, and I highly recommend you watch the video regarding the Reader Links style links versus the WordPress style links, as it's very important, and there are some limitations that you're going to run into with WordPress plugin. What this will allow you to do, though, is to use your own URL to share links. You can find out how to install the WordPress plugin and so on by going to Settings and the Reader Links WordPress plugin. It gives you detailed instructions for how to do that. Moving on, we'll go to the Services selection. This is the final tab. So here, if you are publishing wide, maybe you would want to have all of these on, or only the ones on that are necessary, that you're actually publishing to. Otherwise, you can go through and set off all of these as you wish, and then update your settings. And what this will do is make it so it only shows you links and information, sorting information and such like that for the services that you have selected to be yes. The one caveat here is this little guide down here called the Reader Links Special Links. This is for the Reader Link, or the Author Helper Suite My Books page. And if you leave this off, you won't be able to see how many people clicked on those particular links. And that's okay if you don't care, you're not worried about that so much. But if you want to see those values on each one of your books, then you would want to leave this to yes. Some people turn this off simply because there are a number of those links and they feel that it just kind of clutters the actual view. So that's it for the pen name settings page.